Hello, everybody. Ooh, yeah. Video game crime jazz. Let's go. Welcome to the stream. We've done a lot of these so far. And we are up to number 35 today. I am, what I would like to describe when it comes to a software project is in the shit. I wonder if that's going to immediately get me flagged. Let me get this a little closer. So, I'm really getting into the nitty-gritty of the last year Carbon. I always knew contracts, awards, all that stuff. Let me turn this down a little bit. I was fully aware contracts and awards, they would always be the worst part of this. Because what are we getting up to? 25, 20, okay. Because it's a lot of, excuse me. Still getting over something in my recent travels. Resolving things at different states, asking, how am I clipping? I'm in probably the worst part of the game right now. Just getting all the rules, minutia to work, and also doing all the reworking in order to... all the reworking I need to do in order to, what's the phrase? Just get the thing working. I know, eloquent. Excuse me. But I've been doing a lot of work. So if we look over at the back end, this is where we're at. I'm gonna just hide this for now so we don't have to bother it. Also, always recommend to everybody, put your files and stuff on the right side for Visual Studio Code. It makes more sense. Once you do it, you can't go back. Always having the code over here, beautiful. So, this was a big piece. I added linting and prettier to the code base, so now every single time I run npm run pf, it lints and pretties all the game files. Just makes them consistent in terms of their structure when it comes to how functions are called, how the parameters for any function exist. So this is huge right here. There's sort of a three-step John here. At every summit, we look at our game's award and contract cards and see if any of them are due, and if they are due, first we see if they're due by jumping up to here. Are they due? And then we activate them. So this activate due trigger. I grab the card. If it's an award, I always calculate it, perform whatever gobbledygook in the background. There will need to be socketed actions at some point, so this will have to pause. So we're gonna have to rejigger this somehow, which is gonna be unfortunate, but it just is what it is. And we also have contracts down here, which will be done next. But awards always resolve, so card due is equal to true. And that is what comes back here, and if it's due, then we remove it from the array. And I believe in here, yeah. So we remove it if it's complete. And because we have the winner ID returned here, like, this could exist down here. Logically, it makes a bit more sense because it's completed, it's given to someone, and then we, in the same place we remove it, we add it, so it's very card-like, where if you take a card from somewhere and put it somewhere else, it's a det. Here, the card sort of exists in a nebulous place for a hot sec, and then when this returns true, we remove it from the active. But because this can either go to any winner or the person who has the contract, it's just another way to skin a cat. We could be returning the winner ID up here, or just say -1 if no winner exists. But then this way, we'd have to get the player array again. Game state. What is game state we didn't use for up here? Okay, so we are conducting the action against the state. So it's important that we have that here. I would have to pull out the player array again here. Don't really want to do that. Video game jazz. This is my lunch today. A banana and some Pringles. I sort of promised myself after my recent trip, that's when I would start kicking myself to be healthy again. Because I've been letting myself go. My weight fluctuates a lot. I was at 150 probably 6 months ago, maybe a little over. Now I'm back up to 180. It's been lack of exercise and imbibing too much. Time to turn that around. Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. This is really coming along. And it would be nice to have more things available in the UI. I'm trying to get the game done first and then make it pretty. Which is always the way that I've made things when it comes to web apps, is make it work, then make it pretty. Like my real web app, Digital Leech Finder, where you can see who isn't following you back on Instagram, which I think I'd have a better advertising methodology now. I was able to find blank followers. I have 2 people subscribed to this. It's not currently... This is just so funny. This is the most obvious tank rip-off ever. But for this program, it's not pretty, but it works. Ish. Okay, I'll log in real quick. So, it's like, it's super basic B when it comes to how an app works. You can drag a file over here, you can go to the dashboard, see all the people that aren't following you back. You can go back in time to see previous reports. Not subscribed to anything. I can buy subscriptions. Contact me, FAQ about the site. Super basic, but this... You gotta be building this stuff if you're looking for a job. Provide evidence that you can do the job that they're hiring you for is very important. What's my other site doing? This one's just kind of okay. I'm not the biggest fan of my CSS job over here. Like, these are just stupid big for no reason. Maybe margin 0, frame 0. Yeah, why are you so... Height. Yeah, why is height so big? Hey, 8%. Ah. 4? Ah. I'll do it. TM. I think that's a little better. Same thing with my footer. Yeah, this is just too much. Better. What if I just got rid of the height property altogether? I'm not great with CSS. Never have been. Is that better? It's better on this one. One, two. It's not bad. I'll send them both to 3. So I like them being the same height. Although this kind of floating up thing is stupid. It should be center. Yeah. Text line center. Vertical line. Center. Middle. Just a lot. There we go. Let's refresh it. Yeah, see, that's just huge. Let me fix this while it's fresh in my mind. File manager, I use security through obscurity, actually. Excuse me. There we go. Stylesheet.css. Edit. Let's get the header edited. Just get rid of the height altogether. Head. Footer. And I'll just call it 3M. That's better. That's way better. The only question is, how does this look on other sites? We're going mobile. It's fine. What if I just get rid of height altogether on this one? Oh, Footsie has a bunch of crap in it too. Yeah, if I get rid of height altogether, that looks fine. Let's just do that. It's all about little incremental improvements. It's constant tweaking, constant And sometimes you just gotta go with what's good enough. What the? Alright, I guess you still have the old CSS. And it's important to clear your cache whenever you edit it. Oh, that looks like dog shit. Alright, so I need some height. I need to add padding 12 to that text element, and that should be fine. Perfect. Perfect. That's it. That's the one. So now the top and bottom match. Let's go back to my editor. File manager. Excuse me. Style sheet.css. Ugh. Finally I got it. It's basically just about repeatedly dealing with the things that piss you off until you fix them. Programmers are incredibly anal about everything. Beautiful. Ah, amazing. This is okay. That's fine. That's dope. I like that. Dope. Cool. Sick. Awesome. Nice. Great. Cool. Nice. Cool. Yes. Okay. What's going on? Alright, so I guess the main thing we're doing today. The main thing I really just want to do is test my word resolution, make sure that still works. But I do want to play just a little snippy snipe on TF2. I hope these little coding things are helpful. I hope. Like I said, it's all about little incremental changes, little tweaks here and there. It's like any other job. You hang around and you want to die. And then eventually you come to the clearing in the woods and you're like, oh, that's what that was all this for. Ooh, pier. Nice. Take it. Had a good day so far. Was up super late looking at memes on my phone. And when I mean late, I mean like late. Still feeling a little sicky, but whatever. Walk my dog. Damn. Waste. Another important thing about video games and working on them is some of the most important things to work on are the things that piss you off. Nothing's more motivating than anger, rage, frustration. All those are great reasons and great motivators for fixing things in your game that you don't like. They're wonderful indications of where your game's going wrong, what you need to fix. Like, one of the things that really pisses me off about my game is that I have to, after logging in as my various users, I don't automatically pick colors for my users, which I think I might work on today. I might update my user table to have like a default color. because if I have a default color, then when I log in and I hit start game, I can automatically, if I have a color preference, skip a step when it comes to playing another game. And because every single time I test, I need to play another game, things break. Ooh, you know what? That's what I really want to work on today. When you're in the shit and when you're confused about what to work on, like I said, irritation is one of the best motivating things in order to actually move forward. So I think we'll work on that after this round. In full round, where hopefully I get to snipe a little bit. Yeah. Continuing games and also clearly defining goals are important because you know what you're working towards, and then you can have a goalpost and say when you're done. So, where's my to-do list? Let me just pop that up. To-do list. What I really want to do. Default color when joining lobby. Color when joining. Resuming game in progress. 3. Test to work resolution. Cool. That should do it. I think those are our big to-dos because tooling, like the Primogen says, is incredibly important. You just breathe easier, you work faster, you work better. You're more motivated to work when you skip the BS, and that's the whole point of computer programming, is to skip over the parts you don't want to do over and over again. Phoenix, let's go. Oosh, 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 oosh. Damn. I'm mogging on him. Look at that. I haven't worked out in months and I've still got muscle. And reminder, subs mean pull-ups for anyone new to the stream. Nah, shock dice is not active. We will do that again when I work up the courage, because I hate the shock streams. I still have a bit like, I don't want to call it PTSD, that's a little over dramatic, but I still think about it. I still get the phantom tinglies in my arm from being shocked repeatedly by my Twitch chat. The main barrier is I gotta set it up on my laptop instead of my computer, because all the message processing on my desktop slows the stream to a crawl to the point where it's unwatchable. So it's sort of a two-part piece. A, I'm a little bit of a bitch when it comes to pain. I don't want to feel it, which I think is a very natural reaction. And two, I gotta move the code over and move the... It's already on an actual Git repository, so it's nothing crazy. I'm just being a little bee about it. Hey, Hellbeam. You. Oh my god. Ah! I thought I had him in the crosshairs. Excuse me if I am coughing. Juice beans. I think I'm feeling a little jungle mix. Feeling hyped now. Ooh, yeah. Let me know if you can hear me or can't hear me. Let me know if I think I'm clipping. Clip it! Clip it! I love Jerma so much. I liked him before he was cool. I liked him back in the TF2 stir days. Does it mean other people can't like him? No. But it's just a point of pride. Jerma versus Star, Jerma versus Star. Everybody wants to see this happen. Oh, TF2 chat. The most unhinged version of human communication. love the old, on a FR Soccer, the Xbox Live gamer tag. That old avatar of the kid. Hilarious. No, there's beans! I think 50% of the information that goes on in my head is just memes. It's my main form of communicating with people. I'm in a music league with some friends, and almost everything I post is from some dark corner of the internet. Hyped. And an improv show tonight. My last one of the session with a team I've grown very attached to. It'll be sad to see this session end. Thank you, demo. I'm pretty sure that was demo. As cool as Steve 2 is, it's also one of the most goon-filled games out. Everything, chatter, data net. Ah. I don't have the receiving changes now. My mind is an enigma wrapped inside of a bubble. Somewhere. So fuck. What do fuck? Listen to this one soundtrack. Can't hit this wiggly guy. Excuse me. 7 on cart. We're getting owned. Getting riggedy wrecked. That's bad. shot in a minute. You done? Step. You're still after me. We're having fun today. I really did not want to stream today. I had the Uggs. Ugh, I don't want it. Here we are. We did it. Wiggly fox. Dude, I'm really genuinely considering putting on the backpack just so I don't get flinched everywhere. Brutal. I love the end of this map. Super open. Sniper's paradise. JPEG Mafia did a really good remix, I guess, using this song as the beat for one of these tracks. I love it. I'll take it. Still there, right? What's still there? Scout City. God! Local forecast. I'll have a med pick. Terrible, not great. Oh! I'll take it. I basically only use the Razorback because I'm really trying to hone in on my sniper ability. And it is not helpful against scouts. Oh! They have the Uber. Must take out the Uber. It's not yet there. You mother. Tapped him. There we go. He tried to rocket jump. Buon Guipa. Spy. Change teams again. Traitor. Hey, let's take it. Oof. sucks today. Come on, save it, save it. Yeet. There's too many of them. There's too many. Alright. Let's get right into player game rel, users. So this is my database. I got a couple tables going on here. This is the SQL for basically the whole database structure of my game. Look at that. Turn order 012, 012. If I look at player game rel, this is what attaches my users. Player ID, user ID. So it's about triple the number of games that I have in the database, which makes sense. So I want to update the table user. Because I want to have their colors automatically populate when I join a game, so I don't have to continuously do it over and over again. So update users, add column, alt color, and that would be text. That's not really syntax. Add column. Oh, just add. Bang. Never mind. Alter table, add. What am I doing around here? Alter table, not update. So now my users table now has I'm just gonna add this to this and add this back to my actual SQL, so I don't lose it if I ever need to rebuild the database. And now I can go to users and I can say default color Y yellow, blue blue, R red. And this save data changes. This is actually something I learned at my startup job in the city, in the big apple. So now whenever I start a game, what I want to do is we're going to go back to the code and get our to-do list up. Yep, default low color when joining the lobby, just because it's annoying having to do that every single time. If I go back to my app, because this is the entry point for my routes and my socket routes, rest routes and socket routes. I look at lobby. Let's see what's happening on the front end side. Go to the app, go to the lobby. Start game, player. This is the piece that I'm working with right here. So I'm already socketed here. Alright, so I can add to the token my default color on login, which happens here. So I sign the JWT token with my user ID, and my user. I can also grab default color, which is user.default color. Because I'm going to be grabbing that from the database. And now it's part of my JWT token, which means on the client side, I can now create a handshake when I join a lobby. I should have my token available here. Heavily inflating all this crap. Let's just see what's happening. Start both of these. This might be wrong. I might be making some assumptions here. So I log in with L, submit, I get my token, create lobby. Never mind. Property on. Something crashed. Oh, I didn't have it. Doy. L is not a user. That makes sense. Submit. Coded user. 1. Create the lobby. I enter. Alright. Sick. So, this is where my lobby gets made. It happens right here, and I'm going to turn an empty game to my /lobby post. So on the front end, that means there is a post action. I'm really looking for like a start game. start here on board 2D, which is my base. It's frustratingly named. And I navigate to /lobby with the game ID with my response. Okay. So what I want to say is when I navigate to lobby, so on the use effect, get game ID, set my game ID. This is where I need to make the call. So I want to socket.net. So close that filter. So essentially whatever's happening here on handle new player. Needs to be happening right here. Socket.emit. And I can add the username into my database. That is username, one word. Cool. So what I'm doing is to these tokens, I'm adding just kind of basic information that every game is going to require. So by including the user's ID, the name, and the default color, hopefully that means when I hit the lobby page, I will have my token, and I will attempt, if the username and default color are present, assign the player to said assign the user to the thing. Alright, so set name, player name, socket.net. From this, so this is fine. So I somehow need to return some sort of data packet here. Oh, I might be able to do this with a REST call instead. Player, get players in game. Await add player to game. Alright. So I think this has to be a socket call. This is where I'm getting caught up. I think I need to set, instead of the token here, I need to set on join per player. This is the pain of programming, is decoupling. This should be a socket emission because I need to add the socket ID to the game. So let's try to define this in plain English. Upon joining a lobby, take player metadata, set both to user session, hook variables, and set to user sessions with variables, socket, current players, and database. Oh, doesn't that hurt your brain? Yikes, that's a lot of ish. Like, this is an issue that I would have stumbled upon at some point anyway. And I don't want to deal with it, which means we're going to deal with it. Do you have our game ID? Set name. Ideally name and default color. The name's not even used anywhere. Which means this can get lifted. Could have here default name, default color, something like that, and then when these come in, set edu. Oh, that's why it always goes to red. Interesting. Default name, default color. So I need these. Color, set default color, and when this is dog shit. I hate it. But I want to make sure that it works first. So go back to the lobby. All right. And the token comes in. Set token. Cookie, set token. No. Source of truth should be the backend for this. Meaning, can I make the call, decode the token, set all this info based on the let's make, damn, this sucks. Damn. So this is a state flow diagram. Enter lobby. If token is on user, cannot access otherwise. If default color not taken, Send init socket mission to attempt to join game with default parameters. If default color not taken, create player. On backend for game. If default color not taken, create player on backend for game, send player info forward, match current socket ID to set details on front end. If color taken, wait for player to set color. So always at go to board to be if token present set player name to hook skate hook. So I need to do that first. We gotta go to board 2D. Login user. If I have my cookie here, get player name. So this needs to be a this is good that this is here, because I'm going to need to do this anyway. This needs to be a get username. Get on off. What does that even do? So I need to do get. And import get. That's happening. That's big. Get now. I need to get /username. 87. So I can't do it. Oh wait, yeah. If it's perfect. now I need to create a new route in the back end. App.post, app.get, username. I need to have my do I never use authenticate token? Damn. So I need to get my middleware in here as well. Just want to double check that's right. I apologize. Give me a sec. And that should decode the JWT token. And on rec.user, I should be able to grab my user ID. Okay. We're just going to console.log rec.user for now. And this should contain our user ID, our username, and our default color. For a player, I want to grab from the user table, not my username and password, because those are already available. All I need is its ID on the back end, where my ID is equal to rec.user.user ID. And I will return double check both of these. So now, because this is part of the useEffect hook, when response to data is not going to work, that's fine. Destroys the function. I don't know what the fudge that means. So it's saying I need to say async get function get username, which will be right here. I don't need to return this on console.log my response. Should be .data. But we'll see the structure on the back end, because I do believe we're hitting it. Yes. Lobby. No, never mind. With node projects, whenever you fudge with code, what you need to do is... That's wrong, but... that. If my username response, if my username exists, destroy is not a function. What are you saying? I did fix that. Oh, you know what I want to do? Is actually use my token. Nah, that'll be endlessly repeating. Get usernames. Destroy is not a function. Cannot read undefined data. Ah. What are you doing? Username. Oh, / username. Doi. Stupid. Calling a URL that doesn't exist on the back end. Let's try to refresh this again. Oh, that's gross. What are you doing? Ew. Look at this crap. So I'm wrapping... This right here is my decoded JWT token that shows up right here, rec.user. So it's saying rec.user.user. Ugh. Ew. .user ID. Because right now, instead of using this number right here, user ID 1, I'm using the object user, trying to get a user ID out of it, which just isn't working. This isn't working. This isn't working at all. What are you thinking, Nick? What are you thinking? Okay, that works. Still destroy is not a function. Let's try to refresh you. Destroy is not a function. Pretty sure this is what's wrong. Let's see if I just hide that. Destroy is not a function. It's not this, which is interesting. Let's share my console. Oh, use effect must not return. Delete you. Refresh the page. God. What are you doing? Not the thing. What is happening here? Weird. Let me see how I'm doing this on that project. Use effect. Something like that's not the front end. So this is why it's important to make your own web apps. I have my actual in-prod web app that uses use effects with async functions. The way that comes in right there. That and that. Okay, alright, we're back. We're back. It's working. Clear out the console. So, this is the important piece right here. Let's get username. Save it. Submit. I'm going to refresh the page. And what I should be seeing somewhere is this response. And I want to get my username when I log in. App.js. That might could be. Set the token. Totally refresh you. Grab a new. These. Get the backend working again. Submit. Right. Created a user. Now, I don't know why you're not doing this. My get username should be showing a response. Getting and setting username. Response undefined. Okay, that's fine. So it dies on get/username for some reason. So that's fine. Grabbing my password's in plain text, which is not chill. Do that again. Return user. Try that again. Let me know if you're lost, because I am too. Start. Oh, okay. Oh, doy. Oh, big doy. Look at this. This is what's wrong. That's wrong. I need to send it as the data. Doy. And this should be in the try catch as well. This is what happens when you alternate between JavaScript frameworks, unfortunately. That's better. Because I've been rotating between a Next.js project and this, Nest.js allows you to just return database entities without having to specify the HTTP-ness of the call. Never said that out loud before. But if I go back to my game, grab my token, submit, and refresh the page, there we go. Data. Dot username. So I really only want to send username itself. Refresh the server, so I'm not sending all the data. I just want to send a little bit. There we go. So it is duping the response, which isn't great, but whatever. I can now go to my front end. This is where the magic's happening. So I get my response. I want response.data.username. And this is what I set default name to this. Nice. Yes. now I can send this down the line. If I look at board 2D, login user. Here, otherwise, I can do the same logic here if I get set default username. And grab that. Set default name, I guess. Same thing I'm doing here. Set default name, I can now send down the line to board 2D. Set filter. Advanced timeline is never even used. Whatever. Board 2D. So now I'm setting the username either when I get the token, or if I have the token and I join my lobby page. Huge. Which means I can also grab my default color. So I'm gonna go my username. So I'm saying username. Then default color. Nice. This is great. Right. Front end. And now set default usernames there. Set default color. What's the data? Default. Default dolor. I'll do that on board 2D as well. This is garbage code. I don't like it. It sucks. Set default color is not defined. I need to send this down the chain as well. Cool. So now when I log in, or when I am logged in and I have the authorization token and I hit my main page, I grab my username and I grab my color. Nice, nice. These are both attached to my player. Which means when I go to lobby, go to board, nav to lobby. So I create a game and I navigate to my lobby with my game ID. I now have my default name and default color. If I have both of those, here, handle new player, name, player name, game selected color. Now I can totally skip this prompt. I can say colors available. Nice, nice. I can do all this gobbledygook. And this use effect with the empty brackets means that I do it whenever this component is initially rendered. Player name is default name and default color. Default name, default color. And if color is available, default color, then I do all this. Now, hopefully this means I am player yellow. I like the color yellow. I'm going to refresh the backend just in case. Make sure that's all available. I log in, YY, submit, I get my token, create lobby, get empty response, socket.io empty response, so something crashed, yep. Where game ID is equal to blah, oh. What? Hang on. So for some reason the game ID isn't present when I try to join. Game ID. Should be. Let's try this again, see if the same error pops up. Just gonna refresh both. Oi, 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 la, la, la. Go back. So, getting and setting username. Let's make sure they're set. So, getting and setting username. I'm just gonna instead respond with you. And a space, and a U, let's try that instead. Why yellow? Okay. Create lobby. Ugh. Still crashed. Game ID is null. Why? Why? Oh, race condition. Oh, jeez. So hooks don't update instantaneously. Damn, that'll do it. We'll go back to the code. Lobby. Set game ID. Game ID is a hook. It's not a variable. So I'm going to say const GID is going to be equal to my game ID. And I'm going to use that instead because it will be more readily available as opposed to a set hook. This might still be null because it is set in the initial state to an empty string, not null. Alright, we'll refresh this again. Alright. Hang on. We'll try this again. Lobby. I'm in. I'm yellow. Create lobby. Double joint. Alright. That's not great. I don't know why it's getting set twice. So for some reason, I'm doubling up on my sockets. So let's try this instead. I'm just going to refresh everything. Because I think my tokens are logging me in multiple times into my game instance. Like, I'm making a lot of repeat calls, which I shouldn't be. And I think those repeat calls are what's crashing it. Start. Go back to the right side. I'll refresh the front end as well. Beep boop. Go back to left. Lobby. Sign in as my user. Cannot read property of undefined data. Okay. JWT malformed. JSON web token, authenticate token. Gotcha. Alright, so that means somewhere in here my authenticate token isn't. I might be grabbing the we'll see. Token. Right here. This'll do it. Check this out. This is really cool. So I'm trying to call this guy. Whoa, that's crazy. So I'm not setting the cookie yet, and I'm trying to do this. So what I really want to do is actually set this here, and then I want to say when the token changes, that's when I want to grab my username. So I'm going to delete this from here. I'm going to go back to the app. So this, set default color, set default name. These don't have to happen here. What I actually want to do is have a new use effect for my token, which is right here. Awesome. If the token exists, that's when I want to get my username. So get username. You can come over. You all can come with me. Get rid of that. If the token exists, then I create my socket and set socket, and I get my username. We'll just call this get user meta. Sick. All right, so now I want to refresh everything again. Make sure we're starting fresh. Because I want it to work, and then I want it to work well. It's typically my order of operations for doing stuff. So pop up 3 of these windows. Bap, bap. All right, that's running. That's running. We're gonna go here. Submit. I create my token, confirmed by the backend, decoded user, and it should say in the console why yellow. That's my user meta. Now I create the lobby. I'm grabbing the lobby, the game ID from the query param in the URL, sending that alongside my user's metadata, which I get by making a call to the backend via my JWT token when it is present as a useState hook. Create lobby. Double yell. All right, that's not great. For some reason, we're making double calls here. But the cool thing is we're doing a sort of default join. I don't know why we're doing 2 calls here. Let's see. Use effect. Socket. So when the socket changes. So there needs to be some sort of dupe check in here. I guess we'll do it on the back end. Add player rec. Where's this happening? Get players. For some reason, we're doing a race condition here, and I'm calling from the front end twice. So, new player data, update players. add player to game. Maybe in the database, if I add a foreign, a unique constraint, that might be enough. So I look over here, player game rel. What I want is, so if I look at player game rel now, if I go to my PG admin, there's going to be a dupe here at the very bottom. 0, 1, 138. So these are created within 0.1 milliseconds of each other. Ugh. So for some reason we're making a double call here, and I don't know why. I'm assuming some hook is changing, updating everything. Yeah, the coded user 1, Bobby 0. Source app.ts. Like, I could add a timeout. That usually helps. So, use effect token. So that would be happening here. Use effect. It's like double rendering or something. Interesting. Search params, set search params. Alright, let's just try adding a unique constraint on the database and see if that fixes it. Postgres. And it's going to complain at me because I'm going to have some dupe columns already. So 2, 3, so 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Alright. What I'm going to do, delete from player game rel where ID is greater than or equal to 248. Hopefully I don't get dinked for this. Nice. Delete 5. Create unique constraint, constraint name, unique player per game on player game rel. Hopefully this is enough. Columns, and I want user ID and game ID. So there can never be more than one user. Unique player per game. Hopefully this is enough. Could not create. User, okay. Game ID. So there is a dupe in here already. I could honestly just delete. So truncate. And truncate means delete all rows from table. Create the unique index. Try it again. All right. Let's refresh everything. Refresh you. So for some reason, I'm getting a dupe user here, which is really frustrating. Socket IO. Limit 1. session per window. Socket once connected. I am new to WebSockets. Almost all my experience in the job world has been. See, this I'm getting a double decoded user decoded user 1. So for some reason, I'm dupe sending my socket connection. Set socket IO. Socket IO. Socket, make sure socket doesn't already exist. Duplicate socket IO connections from window. So if the token exists, do it. Set socket. Alright, well, let's see if this fixes it first. Probably not. Create lobby. Yellow, yes! Aha! Alright. So it tried to do it twice. Didn't work. B, submit, join, 139. So every single time it's trying to do a dupe, which is, it's good that we're finding this out now. R, submit, join 139. Cool. Start the game. Select game ID invalid. Alright, so select start from player game rel. So start game didn't work. Interesting. So you fix something, something else breaks. What I'm seeing is I'm trying to start my game and it's not registering my game ID, which is unfortunate. .js. Start game is in board 2D. Nav to log. No, it's over here. Handle start game. Handle start game. Game ID. So start game. So that's going to start game. And that's over here. Game ID, player data. So player data doesn't have my game ID for some reason, which is frustrating. Player data should have game ID. Co-player. Player ID. Oh, what? Ah! Stupid. Look at this. Game ID, player ID. This is why consistency matters so much. That's stupid. Come on, Sporp. So I'm going to reverse these down here too, so I don't do that again. Alright. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. I'm going to refresh all these. So we found a few issues with the code today, which is nice. It's always good to clear up bugs. Fun fact, the first computer bug was literally a bug crawling inside of a computer. Doy. This is why data matters. Not data. This is why commas matter. So what I did was, the comma was down here. Between every key object pair within a JavaScript object, you need to separate it via a comma. That's the quote-unquote delimiter. Try that again. Save your code. Try it again. Why? Submit. Create the lobby. I'm going to log in. Oh, right row. What's wrong? Why are you checking player game rel? Oh, because I already broke the server. This is why having a monorepo is sometimes very helpful. Because when you restart it, every single time it restarts. Create the lobby. Try to dupe insert again, but that's fine. B, submit. Join 140. Auto joined, nice. R, submit. Join 140. Sick. Alright, we're all present. Start game. Yes. And we're all yellow for some reason. It never ends. So if I look in the database, I guess all players have their color set to yellow, which is fucking stupid. Let's check out the game rel. Select from game. Go to the bottom. Players 3. Player energy array. Let's check the player game rel. Remember, you can do F5 in PG admin. What the heck? Why are you all yellow? You're the correct colors here. Key name, color. I guess it's not setting the, maybe it's not setting the colors correctly? Question mark. Update player. P.color. Player.color. Add player to game. Player game rel. Insert data. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. What the heck? Default color, red. Color, game ID. It's always something. Let's check the consoles and make sure that we set things correctly. Why yellow? Why yellow be blue? Be blue are red. Why is it? That's weird. Huh. That's really weird. Ugh, fudge. So for some reason I'm getting in here default color. Colors, yellow, blue, green, red. for some reason, I dupe call it. Yeah, let's just make sure this issue's still happening. I'm gonna refresh everything. Delete all these again. Some chill Skyrim music. This is weird, man. I don't know what's going on here. Alright. Start the back end, start the front end. I do not know why every single one of these is yellow. Why? Submit. Create the lobby. I join is yellow. Okay. B. Submit. Let's... When I do this, how about set cur player in the console log my default name and color. So I have this weird feeling that this hook isn't getting set appropriately. Submit. Join lobby 141. Join. Be blue. Let's try this one last time. R. Join lobby 141. Yellow, blue, red. Start the game. We're all yellow. Where am I even? Alright, let's see on the front end where I'm pulling my player's color from. Like, this is ridiculous. A, the fact that we're doing this twice. How about if token, what's token equal to? I'm just gonna say if token and token is not equal to an empty string. Are red. Why are you are red? What? Why are you 97? Why are you all red? What the heck? Username. So I guess I'm setting the tokens it properly? Maybe? User, password. Like, my only real guess here is that somehow wires are getting crossed. Here. Color. Because I grab and login as myself. If the token's here, I set the lab at the end token, which is kind of stupid. I wonder if it's this. This should only happen once, though. Effects. If lab cookie set token. token changes. Make angry. We're just gonna start logging things. Beep, bop, boop. I really need to make a macro for this too. Alright, start of the back end. I'm gonna put the back end and front end side by side. Get a better view of what's going on here. So this is what it's gonna look like on my development side of things. Log in, log in, log in. So I don't have a token. I'm not socketed into the server. Why? I grab my token. All my login stuff is present. Okay. Default color yellow. Good. Create the lobby. Try to... it might be this double thing. So I create the lobby. And then it goes twice. So the token isn't creating a double socket, but... create lobby. Creating lobby. Send that back. Choop, choop, choop. Support 2D. Create lobby. To lobby, create lobby, navigate, post lobby, create an empty game, return it, add it to the game ID, navigate to lobby, on join lobby, update players, handle new player, weird. This is where it's happening twice. Socket. Connection. And player to game. Submit. Join lobby 142. Okay. Console. Lobby 148. Oh, 48 and 49. Oh, do that twice. It's annoying. It says I'm blue. Do you have a day? R submit. Join lobby 142. Maybe players isn't updating right? R. So red, yellow, blue. Start game. Everybody's yellow. That's wild. Alright, let's check the database. And then let's check board 3D. For some reason, the colors aren't showing up right. So if I go to the player game realm, user ID 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Users yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red. So nobody's. Is turned is useless. Player ID 0. That'll do it. So for some reason, player ID isn't getting updated. So, I think I know what that means. Init new player, set cur player, update players, set players, updated players. So, player ID, players.length. Player ID isn't updating. So I guess players isn't coming through. Set new player, player ID. Let's try it again. So if they're all player ID 0, then something wild is going on. Alright, we are live. Get out of here. Bye. Select create the lobby. Alright, that didn't work. Create lobby. There we go. BB, submit, join 1 4. R, submit, join lobby 1 4 4. So, players. Array of 0. Players array of 0. That's huge. Updated players. For some reason, my players array isn't updating. When I hit new player means game. New player should come in, get my players in the game, check if they exist. Is this the Halo soundtrack? Get players in game, update players, emit, update players. Should come through to here. Set players, updated players. So this isn't setting for some reason. So it's either here, players 2, players in game, player game rel, where game ID. Player data game ID. For some reason this is getting unset. Let's try it again. I'm tired of this ish. Like, the color should be set via my player ID, but for some reason, it's just not working. I will submit, create lobby. B, submit, 145. R, submit, 145. Player ID 0, user ID. Player ID is still 0. sending it. And player ID isn't updating, which means I think on the front end we're not picking up update players. Set players goes up, and then players comes back down. Ugh, I'm burning out. It might be the dupe sockets. Just frustrating. LY, submit, create lobby. Alright, so players is an array. Submit. Join lobby 146. Players 2. It's right there. But how are we doing on the front end? Array of 2. It's literally an array of 2. What are you doing? Yet player ID is still 0, even though players.length. Okay. What? So there's some sort of race condition here. We're overwriting something. Handle new player. And it's not. Alright, well. Do this. So now, I am going to write my player IDs to the console. Join 146. Player ID 0. Players is what? You're. Hey. So, players is null. Set players. That's what'll do it, but why? Players. Players set players. It's an array. Maybe that I'm doing this twice? Because it's in here and in here. This might be the issue right here. When the socket changes. Quest target, set game, set ticker. I think this is the issue, is that this exists in two places. Get rid of you. Get all this. This is probably the issue. Socket. just see what's duplicated here. Quest target. Yeah, because update player shows up twice. I'll still do this. There to you. Game start, it's fine here. Return, updated players. Target. Navigate not defined. I could hack it. Or I could just move game start down. So get rid of this. I'm running on fumes now, so we'll see how further I make it. Keep the socket game start here. This is probably gonna blow up. I'm gonna refresh all these again. Still could use a macro. I don't know really what I was doing back then. As always, the worst coder. The coder who has it out for you the worst, you know, is just dying to destroy everything you love is yourself. Love it. Alright, that worked. Although a decoded user popped up. 3. What? LY, submit. Create lobby. Okay. Didn't work. Submit. Join lobby 147. Okay. Player ID 0. Alright, I need to give this a think. And I gotta go prep for tonight for my improv show. Never fun ending on a failure, but if you're running out of gas, it's always good to take a break, return to it. Try to give it another shot another day. I'm gonna take a break. Thank you all for stopping by the stream. Hope you learned something. I know I sure as hell didn't. And I'll catch you in the next one.